Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. My name is Matt. Ammunition testing day. Have a load from Samson, or IMI, which now is IWI. This is 115 grain 9mm. The black tip that you see here does not actually indicate AP. It was a coloring scheme designated to, or designed to designate bullet weights. In this case, like I said, it's 115 grain. We'll throw this guy on the table and see what we have in store today. This particular load from Samson /IWI/IMI is a late 80s, early 90s import. What's special about this ammunition, it is marked carbine only, meaning that you should only use these in like an Uzi or any kind of submachine gun that has a really heavy bolt. I got to be really careful shooting this stuff because we checked the powder charge that you guys probably are seeing in the macros now at 9.8 grains. Most 9mm that I have tested has powder charges in the 5.5 to at a max 7 grains. So I think we're going to start with our longer SBR barrel first to try to check velocities and compare those against things that we've tested before we move into any of these shorter barrel lengths. We have our Pro-Chrono Digital DLX as always. It's about 60 degrees outside today and partially cloudy. Without further ado, let's see what we can make happen. As I mentioned, there's not a lot of data on this particular load. It is marked carbine only, so we're going to start with the CZ Scorpion Evo 3 S1 SBR. It has a fairly heavy bolt. We're going to fire 5 rounds and see what we get for velocity. I have gloves and a coat on, not that that's going to help too much. If something happens, we'll hope that it doesn't. It's just at 9.8 grains of powder. $13.60, $14.43, $14.28, $13.99, $14.21. I mean, that's not too bad. We've fired the silver and brown bear going just as fast, some old lots. We'll grab our 16-inch now. This is an AR-9 that I borrowed from a friend. Pretty nice setup. That's moving. Pretty peppy speed there. I think I noticed a little more recoil on those than what I've been shooting the entire day. Finally, we'll grab 5 shots from our Glock 19. This is a Gen 4 MOS with a Holo Sun on top of it. It's going to be a pretty short video. I just wanted to see what these are going to do. I think these kind of live up to the same lore as the Hertenberger L7A1. This is definitely probably a +P+ loading. Should you run a bunch of this through your gun on a regular basis? Probably not. My use case for this probably will be in the body armor testing realm when I want to see some like level 3A and stuff if they meet the upper limit of 9mm. I really stumbled on that last one, didn't I? Didn't really notice any sharp recoil on that. I'll have to go retrieve the brass. I found about 8 pieces so far from the other 2 guns, and there's no weird bulging on any of it. Well, folks, while that video was rather short, it was very informative, at least to me. This particular load is another one of those late 80s, early 90s loads that got imported, and there seems to be a lot of lore online about them and about how you shouldn't use them in all kinds of guns. And while this does have 9.8 grains of powder in it, whatever powder it is, we're getting velocities that we've seen in the past from silver bear and brown bear. So I'm not sure why there's such a large amount of powder in here. As I mentioned, I probably would shy away from firing any of this on a regular basis in any of your guns that are definitely not rated for +P or +P+. I would probably stick this in an AR-9 or an Uzi or the Evo and fire it sparingly, or like I said, in my case, I'm going to probably save it for any armor testing. I think we're about out of time for this video, and as I close, I always thank those who help make these videos possible. Number one is my Patreon supporters. Number two is my wallet, who purchased this box of ammunition for us to test. And of course, number three is you all for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you at the range.